Hey guys, happy Friday morning to you. It's actually Thursday evening. We'll call it Friday morning though, okay? Because that's why I filmed this video for. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are enjoying the holidays. I'm just at the local park right now with my kids, just letting them play, run around, and have a good time while I've got some time off from the real world. Wanted to just do a quick look of 2019 as to what happened in 2019, okay? I think there's a lot of important steps that if we review, you can see Iraq is strongly positioning themselves for the rate change. Let's look at that. What has Iraq done? Okay, through 2019, one of the things that Iraq did was they kept writing loans, tons of loans through all the banks. We saw a boatload of articles on the loans. What do loans do? Well, loans promote the use of their currency. Okay, what does that do? Well, if they get loans in their native currency, okay, what that does is that promotes the citizens to use and spend money. When people spend money, that drives economies, start up their own businesses, that kind of thing. So they strongly promoted the use of their own currency through writing loans. That was a big thing through 19. What else happened? They launched right around the beginning of 2018. They launched a single currency practice. They could no longer have a multi-currency practice. They were only allowed to use the Iraq dinar going forward. One of the things that impacted was Reconstruction. Because their currency is not internationally recognized, they were not able to utilize any other currencies to pay for Reconstruction because they can only use the Iraq dinar going forward. So they implemented a single currency use. What that does is that strengthens their native currency, okay, and it promotes them to use it by promoting the citizens of a country to only use their native currency. It will help strengthen their native currency, okay. So they implemented a single currency use practice, only the dinar, to help strengthen it. They launched tons of loans, okay. They launched a whole bunch of steps for Reconstruction to get outside companies to come in and promote Reconstruction. For example, both Siemens and GE, okay, through last year, put contracts in place to improve and enhance their power grids on very large scales. So that's just one example. But again, they can't pay for that Reconstruction. That's why all that budget money is now inside the 2020 budget. They can't pay for it till after the rate change. That's an international step. They put a bunch of trade agreements in place, okay? Trade cannot be implemented, import, export, and all that cannot be implemented until their currency is internationally recognized, because they can only pay for the international currency with just their dinar by itself, so it has to be internationally recognized to pay for imported goods through trade, okay? Then I recently, in the last week or two, I posted an article for you showing you that how the 2020 budget has some amazing stuff in it, like tariff taxes, okay? Lots of different levels of taxations in it, okay? Again, that's all post-rate change steps. So you have all that put in place. Then you have going right around kind of in July timeframe, going in July through the end of the year. Everything between Kurdistan and Baghdad regarding Article 140, HCL, all that is now inside the 2020 budget, okay? Then you have you have all that, and so everything they're showing you, the reforms and all of the demonstrators' demands. I mean, everything that I just shared, pretty much reforms, Reconstruction, Article 148 HCL, all of that is the demonstrators' demands. It requires an internationally recognized tradable currency, flat out, okay? So all of that's post-rate change. Now, guys, there's an expense with all of that, though. What does that mean, okay? Well, if there's an expense to all those, if there's a cost associated with those items and they have to allocate and position money for it, we're definitely, what that tells us is that we are now waiting on that 2020 budget to be able to implement those items, okay? Now, so basically what I've told you is the last step we're waiting on. Again, this whole video is my opinion and should not be used for financial advice. But in my opinion, You look at everything that they've done that I just shared with you to 2019, what they're telling us and what their moves are right now is the last step, again, my opinion, is for them to position and allocate the money for all of these items, okay? So in my opinion, we are now at the last step, waiting for RAC to position and allocate the money from within the 2020 budget, okay? So, but now they threw a little curveball and a little spin on this. Now I strongly feel that we are waiting for them to resolve the prime minister issue. I'm not too worried about his cabinet because cabinets don't pass laws, okay? So what I feel we're waiting on is for them to get, they do, in my opinion, they do have to get a prime minister and resolve that issue. And regardless of whatever direction they go, I feel they have to resolve the prime minister issue, okay? That's a layer of stability, okay, that the demonstrators require. They kind of want a non-Iranian government running the show for their country, okay? So I believe we do need to see a non-Iranian prime minister put into place, okay? Now, once they do that, then I believe they'll push forward on the budget. Now, technically, though, I feel they have quite a bit of time, so I don't think they're really under the gun. I'm just going to, again, this is my opinion, I'm just going to give you a rough time frame. In my opinion, I feel we want to see the prime minister portion resolved kind of by or around January 15th. If they can get the prime minister situation resolved by January 15th, that would easily leave them 2.5 months to tackle the 2020 budget. And again, in my opinion, the 2020 budget is the very last step that we're waiting on. I feel we need to see them position the money for all of those steps needed, okay, that they've done throughout this entire year. So there you guys go. Just wanted to share that with you. I still feel we're in a very good position. Obviously, just a little time's needed. Now, don't forget, the demonstrators right now are, you can see in the news, they want the prime minister issue resolved, okay? But they do also know that time is needed to take care of those demands within the 2020 budget. And guys, you can think they can speed this up, regardless of the demonstrators. They really can't. Those items that I just shared with you cannot be sped up because they're waiting for money allocations from within the 2020 budget. The 2020 budget, remember I stressed to you guys, it's that layer of transparency needed to reduce and control the corruption going forward, because Iraq has one of the most corrupt countries and governments in the world. So they have to put that layer of transparency in place. So anyway, guys, there you go. Just wanted to share all this with you. Again, this whole video is my opinion. It should not be used for financial advice. But those are everything that they've done through 2019 strongly shows and indicates to us that they literally have done every possible step needed to position the country for a rate change. And I do feel, again, in my opinion, that they are at the last step, which is positioning the money for all of those items. I want to wish you guys all a happy new year, and God bless every single one of you. Take care.